Hello, welcome to my channel Rereads. I'm Rhiannon. Today is day 11 of Veda, and today I thought I'd do monthly recommendations this month because I really like the topic of books that were published, old books, or books that were published before 2010. I've got quite a few, and also I'll link the Goodreads group down below as well, so you can join in. So anyway, I've got a few books that I'd like to recommend, mostly classics and middle grade, and things like that. Anyway, let's get on with the books. The first book I want to recommend is Tessa the D'Urbervilles by Thomas Hardy, or any Thomas Hardy book you can read, because they're such classics. I will always recommend classics if we're talking about old books, because they're such fabulous old books. Yes, I got this edition because everyone, after the Twilight books, every sort of classic was trying to get you to read by the book covers from Twilight, which I like this book cover, but yes, I love this book. This book was first published in 1891, which is quite a long time ago. Very long time ago. So yeah, any classic Thomas Hardy, Jane Austen, I always recommend. I haven't got to put a Jane Austen book in this video, because everybody loves Jane Austen and everybody recommends Jane Austen. But I recommend any Thomas Hardy book and any Jane Austen, any Charles Dickens, any book, oldie but a goodie. They are. I love classics. The next book I've got is Stillbreaker, the first in the Alex Rider series. All the series you can read as well. They're quite old. They're middle grade. I love them. If you love James Bond, I would definitely pick this up. This book is great. It's great fun. It's a great romp. It's a great spy romp. All the books are great. I need to read the last one. I need to reread them. This one was published in 2005, so quite a long time ago as well. But yeah, any of Anthony Horowitz's books basically. The next book I've got is quite an old one. This is my granny's edition. She actually gave this one to me, and I absolutely love this book. This is one of my favourite books that I read as a child, and it's Goblin Lino, the Witch's Cat, by Ursula Moray Williams. This is such a feel-good. This is such a lovely little book. It follows Goblin Lino, who's a witch's cat, who's trying to find a new home, but nobody wants him because he's a witch's cat, and everyone thinks he brings bad luck and stuff. And you know, when you really feel sorry for him and you really want him to get his here he is. You really want to get his forever home and stuff. I think he eventually does. But I just love this book. This book is such a little great read, and I really want to reread it. And I definitely need to reread this one, because it's just all the feels. If you like cats, then read this book. It's great. The next book I recommend is any Roald Dahl book, but James and the Giant Peach. I've got this one. But any Roald Dahl book as well. BFG, The Twits, Matilda, James and the Giant Peach. Any of them, any of the books that he's written, I would thoroughly recommend if you really want. Again, they're middle grade. Again, Roald Dahl is children's books, but oh my god, are they great children's books. I love Roald Dahl. The illustrations are perfect. I love Quentin Blake's illustrations. They're so good as well. I don't think this one was done by Quentin Blake. No. The illustrations in this one is by Nancy Alcorn Burkett. But if you get the Quentin Blake ones, you definitely should read any Roald Dahl. The next book I have is Goodnight Mr Tom by Michelle Mogorian. I thoroughly enjoyed. I haven't read the book yet, but I recommend it because I've watched the TV show, the TV film, and I absolutely enjoyed it. It's about a boy who gets evacuated in the war and goes and stays with this guy called Tom, and they just have this really good friendship. And this was published in 1981 and then published in Puffin Books in 1983. So yes, this is an oldie but a goodie, and it's also middle grade as well. So if you like historical fiction and you want to get into and if you want an oldie and not a newie historical fiction, then I'll definitely read this one. It's a great little book. I love it. Next two books I've got are Jacqueline Wilson. I recommend Jacqueline Wilson a lot. She was the person I read as a child. I read Tracy Beaker. I've read all of them. She's still writing today as well, so you can pick up any of her books as well. Most of her books were all published before 2010, and she's still writing today. She is my favourite author. I would thoroughly recommend. Dustbin Baby was Dustbin Baby was made into a BBC TV series as well, and I read the book. This was published in 2001, and then I read The Lottie Project, which I absolutely love. I've read most of her books, and yeah, they're just perfect. They're children's books, but I just love them. 1997 this was published. I'm old. I still got a few of my Jacqueline Wilson books. I just absolutely love her. Every time I go to the library, I always try and buy her, get her books out on loan as well. But yeah, she was fantastic. She's a fantastic author. I really recommend her books. The next book series I would recommend is Noughts and Crosses by Mary Bachman. This was published in 2001-ish. Yes, 2001. I absolutely love this series. If you don't know what the series is about, I forgot what it's about because I really reread it. I also reread the graphic. I read the graphic novel last year and I was really liked it. Yes, this is in graphic novel form as well. It's basically Romeo and Juliet. Basically, it's basically Romeo and Juliet, but it's better than Romeo and Juliet in my opinion. But I absolutely love this book. I always recommend this book. It's about Steffi and Callum. The races are reversed, so people of colour are like rich and stuff, and then people who are white are poor and things like that. And Steffi and Callum get together, and they're not into, and it's very sad at the end. I would recommend tissues, but yeah, the Noughts and Crosses series I would thoroughly recommend. Also, The Power of Five, Ravensgate. This was published about 2005-ish, about the same time as Alex Rider. Yeah, 2005. This was published in 2005. It is like a really scary thriller thing for middle grade. It scared me, the whole Power of Five series. It was like, this book really I don't read it at night, it really scared me. I really enjoy any Anthony Horowitz books as well, so Ravensgate was, if you're looking for like a little bit of a thriller and a little bit of scary, then I would definitely pick this one up. And then last but not least, got two more. Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. I read this at school, I absolutely enjoyed it. And then last but not least is The Life of Pi by Jan Martel. This one was first published in Great Britain in 2002, so I'm counting it. So yeah, Life of Pi by Jan Martel. I absolutely thoroughly enjoy this book. I have read this book. I borrowed it from the library, and then I found this copy in the charity shop. I absolutely love this copy. It's the movie cover, and the movie is awesome. So if you want to read the book and then want to read, then watch the movie, please do. That was my monthly recommendations for the month. Don't we just love old books? Old books, oldies but goodies. Yes, I just love old books. They're not mentioned enough on YouTube. Sometimes you forget about them when you have new books that you need to read, but I definitely really want to give most of these a reread at some point. So anyway, that was my monthly recommendations, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.